Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. So one of the more underrated trades from the NBA trade deadline was Aaron Gordon over to the Denver Nuggets in exchange for, I believe it was RJ Hampton, Gary Harris, a protected pick, and I think also Gary Clark got sent over to the Nuggets or something like that, man. But regardless, guys, I feel like this was the perfect fit for Aaron Gordon, and if he embraces his role with this team, the Denver Nuggets are going to be just like a team, a dynasty for the next 5, 6, 7 years, just because they got so many young players on this team. So with that being said, Jokic and the crowd out there, they still got to win a championship. So that is going to be the goal for today's video, is to win a championship on this rebuild with the Denver Nuggets. Now, before we go on this, if you guys don't mind dropping that crispy like, man, 1,000 likes is always the goal and always greatly appreciated, man, when you guys take that 1 second out of your day to really help me grow and expand this channel. Also, check out my second channel, Extra Crispy, for daily NBA content over there. So let's go ahead and get going on this. So I definitely have a plan for this rebuild, okay? I think the important thing to note is that the team is currently 28-18. Now, obviously, I can't make any trades right now because the trade deadline in real life is past. But that's still I was still kind of peeping out the roster and kind of gazing the idea for the future. So for me personally, okay, I think the first thing we have to do is put Michael Porter at the small forward position. Just because, I still think Michael Porter needs to be starting in NBA games. Now, he's 6'10". Not going to lie, I don't love him at the 3 spot, but I feel like out of the two, Aaron Gordon is a bit shorter, but a bit bulkier too, to the point where I think Gordon should be the power forward of the team. So I think that's probably the first big-time change to make. And we'll see how that works out. I assume we'll still put up numbers because I don't think 2K cares that much about height. But, yeah, so where is he at, man? We got, where's he at? Michael Porter. Of course, he's at the bottom. So he actually goes up to an 85 overall. That's pretty solid for him right there. And we will put him as a secondary power forward. Now, the other position we kind of have to look about and worry about is the shooting guard position, because obviously Gary Harris is no longer on the team. So I believe in real life, Will Barton is going to start there. If you put him at shooting guard, he goes down to a 77, which is completely fine. We'll put him as a secondary small forward. I'm kind of okay with that. I was kind of considering, putting Capasso right here as the backup point guard and then actually trying something new. I was going to put Jamal Murray at shooting guard because I think Jamal Murray is a star point guard in the NBA. But I feel like he's a guy that the emphasis is more so on scoring than it is passing, which is okay. That's just how some guards are. But there's one guy in Cleveland that was a point guard, having to kind of focus on passing and stuff, but you really want him to focus more on the offense, and that was Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton went to the shooting guard position, and his stats went off the charts. So I'm thinking if we do that, put Jamal as a shooting guard, he goes up to an 89 overall, and as a point guard right there, and just focuses on scoring, that is going to be huge for this team. So, yeah, we will go ahead and do that. And plus, Monty Morris, I do feel like is a better passing point guard in the NBA. He always seems to have a really good assist to turnover ratio and stuff like that. So he can focus on just run the offense. And it's okay having kind of a shorter player with the shooting guard spot, although 6'3" for a shooting guard is not really all that short these days. Just because we do have a taller lineup with Michael Porter, 6'10", Aaron Gordon being 6'8", and then Jokic obviously being a 7-footer out there, right, man? So yeah, I like that a lot for the starting 5 for this season. We got Paul Millsap, who is a bit older, obviously, so having him off the bench is going to be nice. We got JaVale McGee, obviously the newest addition to this team, too. JaMychal Green, Will Barton. So we do have to give some minutes up here to the backup point guard. And, yeah, so Barton, do I want to keep him around, man, getting, good minutes? I think Paul Millsap's minutes can go down a little bit, and that will not be that big a deal. We're going to get this man here at about 60 minutes per game. Will Barton going to fall in the rotation a little bit, unfortunately, but it kind of is what it is, right? So, yeah, I gotta get Monty Morris some more minutes too, man. So, yeah, definitely the tough part will be kind of divvying up the minutes correctly and making sure all the right guys are playing, the appropriate amount and stuff. So, yeah, Monty at about 28. We'll do that. Well, we'll give him about 30. Okay, that looks pretty good to me, man. I always having my starters around, the 30-minute point per, or minutes per game type of mark out there. Just kind of feels right, man. I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but that's how I feel about it. That's how I run my teams, right, man? If I was a coach in real life, which is probably why I'm not a coach in real life. Okay, so, yeah, Aaron Gordon, 81 overall player, though. I love that he wears number 50. He does it because of the dunk contest, which I thought was actually kind of slick, all things considered. But, yeah, the way I wanted to play this offense, though, is definitely, I want to be focused more on playing off ball. I don't want him to be one of those guys that catches the ball on the perimeter and kind of dribbles around for a little bit and then jacks with a bad shot. Like Aaron Gordon, if he is cutting to the basket using that athleticism to the best visibility, and Jokic is finding him on the cut, which I believe was actually like the first play they did. It was literally a cutting Aaron Gordon. That's going to be optimal for this team. So I don't really think I have a way to like force him to play that way, but that's how I would have him play in real life. So looking at the shooting tendencies for this final season here too, man. We got Aaron Gordon at like a 60. I'm going to up him up a little bit here. You know, I want to be more like that third string type of guy or third scoring option. Michael Porter at a 65 is completely fine. Jamal Murray is actually up him a little bit more to like an 85. And Jokic, I mean, I know he's a great passer, but I want this guy taking as many shots as possible on the team. So we'll put him to a 95. Monty Morris at a 50 feels about right. You know, if he's open for the three-point shot, he can definitely take it, but definitely focus more on the play making. And yeah, for the bench unit. So not too much bench scoring going on here, man, which could definitely be detrimental. Bol, I do want to play him soon, man, but I just don't really, 74 overall. I don't really have a spot for him in the rotation at the moment. So, yeah, Facundo right here. Looks like he's a decent three-point shooter, so we'll up him up a little bit here. Will Barton obviously could be a great scorer, 6 man off the bench too, so we'll put him right there too. And I guess while we're at it, we'll probably put him back at small forward, put him back to the 78 overall. So that's completely fine. Okay, that should be good there, man. I'm going to go ahead and simulate the rest of this NBA season. We're going to see how Aaron Gordon does, and I mean, we could very well win the championship this first season. That'd be great. But I definitely have some long-term plans for the rebuild, too. Okay, so record-wise, 54-27, which feels about right, giving them the second seed in the Western Conference. So, yeah, I think that's definitely within the realm of the possibility for them this season. One more game against the very talented Utah Jazz, who are not talented in 2K for whatever reason, 44-37. Simulate through date and finish with a W on the season. So, here are all the stats for you guys to see. Pretty similar. 2K's actually been pretty realistic with like the actual stats this year as far as like all NBA teams and stuff, so that's kind of been nice to see. I guess Pascal's on there, so I don't know if that's too realistic, but whatever. He's historically a good player, right, man? But yeah, second seed right there. Memphis Grizzlies in the first round of the playoffs. Definitely a very tough Western Conference. Shout out to Minnesota Timberwolves, I guess. They got fourth seed for whatever reason, although I literally just read something that the T-Wolves are going to be looking to trade Cat and D'Lo this summer, which is probably a video coming soon, guys. If you want to see that, drop a like on this video. Alrighty, player stats on the season. So, Jamal went to shooting guard. I don't know what his stats are in real life right now, but 26 points, 6 assists. It's exactly what I wanted him to do, so that is beautiful to see. Jokic, obvious beast, 25 points, 13 rebounds, 9 assists per game. And then we got Aaron Gordon as that third leading scorer, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists per game, 40% field goal percentage, which is nice, and 36% from 3, which is pretty respectable too. But also what it did too, man, is like, Michael Porter still put up nice numbers, but it took more pressure off him, so he can kind of focus on taking better shots. I very much expect Michael Porter to be the third option going forward, but for now, Aaron Gordon in there, who's really not that much older. He's only 25, which he seems like he's like named like 32 or something, man. Will Barton, beautiful scoring off the bench. Monty Morris as our starting point guard at 10 points, 6 assists per game. Millsap was nice, although I expect him to probably retire. What if he has like a team option or a player option or something? He does not. Would have been nice to give him like a team option, I think, but it is what it is. And then Camp at 6 points, 3 assists per game, so I guess the scoring was not as good as I thought, but it is what it is. And then JaVale being JaVale McGee off the bench, so that's nice to see. Okay, so first round, Minnesota. No, wait, not Minnesota. Denver. No, not Denver. We're literally Denver. Bro, I've been hanging out with J.R. Smith too much, man. Simulate round. Here we go. Okay, Memphis Grizzlies. And we beat them in 7-game series. We're good. Okay. Jokic, 36, 16, 11, 26, and 9 for Jamal Murray. Jamal that, as I like to call him, for the first time right there. 6 seed Utah Jazz up next after they beat Luke Kennard and the Clippers. Simulate round right here, man. And, okay, we lose 4-1, second round exit. Disappointing. Okay, which obviously shows that we are missing something on this team. And I kind of still feel that. I see that Jokic is playing like the damn best player in the NBA, playing like damn MVP. And I still think the Nuggets can win it this season. The Brooklyn Nets are really damn good though, man. But I still just see like it's just something missing out there, guys. And we're gonna try to find that this NBA offseason. So let's go to the draft lottery. I have no idea what Denver's draft situation currently is. And yeah, looks like we don't have a pick or anything. Bro, the Nets literally have a lottery pick. Are you serious? Unbelievable, man. What pick did the Nets get? The Nets got the okay, looks they got the 12th pick. Okay, not that big a deal. It is what it is, man. Looks like we have about the 28th pick out there. Staff signing Mike Malone, cool with him. Trainer, we got a B trainer, that's completely fine. Let's go to this NBA draft. So For the draft, I'm thinking probably like best guard available, because it would be nice. Monty Morris is completely fine, and so is Jamal Murray, but those guys are both starting right now. So maybe finding like that future backup point guard would be kind of a nice thing to see. So sim the user pick. Okay, so players that are available. We got people that I don't know about, man. Tavian Kinsey. I don't know who any of these guys are, man. Usman Garuba. Kofi Cockburn, I know him. I've heard that name before. Him Bobo would be kind of beastly, man. Give me Josh Christopher. I feel like he'll be maybe a decent NBA player. I have no idea how he did at Arizona State this year, but yeah, we'll get him. I mean, he's a shooting guard, but maybe some scoring later on for us. That's completely fine. Okay, rookie signings. So Josh Christopher, 76 overall, actually really solid, man, for that. And then team player options. Will Barton's back. Jim Michael accepted his player option. PJ Dozier can come back. Camp, we'll bring him back for the $3 million. And Kankar, sure, why not, man? I'm not saying all those guys are going to make it to the final roster, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're in free agency. Clearly, we don't have a ton of money freed up here because, Paul Millsap. I'm not going to give Paul Millsap $12 million, man. I like Paul Millsap and stuff. But, we just, you got to make some cuts at some point, right, guys? And at this point, Paul Millsap is definitely up there in age. As far as other bird rights, nothing going on there, so... Yeah, I guess when it's all said and done, because there's a few trades I want to make, I would bring back Paul Millsap with like the bird rights and stuff, maybe for a season or two. But for now, there's one particular player that I really, really want to go for, thinking he would just be the most perfect fit if we can get a trade to work up in here, which might be a little difficult, honestly. And that is actually going to be the man on the Pacers. I would love to get Malcolm Brogdon on this team here, guys. I feel like Malcolm Brogdon is the perfect fit. He's that point guard that can make plays for others, but can also play off ball if needed, which would work beautifully next to Jamal Murray. So we are really playing off Jokic too, man. So we're going to try to get him in a trade. Let's check out the trade finder first, see if anything's decent offered up. But we got Michael Porter, Monte, and Will Barton. Honestly speaking... No, that's way... Oh, man. This is such an interesting trade. This is such an interesting trade here. As far as, like, winning a championship, I feel like this wins us a championship right now. The issue is giving up Michael Porter. I don't really want to do that. I don't... Okay, I don't really want to do that, man. Let me go and see if we can figure out something else here, man. Which propose a trade. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, yeah, let's hit it up and... let's see. He's getting paid pretty solid money, too, which is the difficult part. But I think we do have some decent expiring contracts. So, $21 million, honestly not that bad. 3.5-star player. So, I think the first guy we got to toss in is Will Barton, obviously for, like, cap reasons. Only a 2-star player. I think we would probably need to, honestly, toss in Bobo, which kind of sucks. But, you do what you got to do. We will toss in a younger Monty Morris. And I will toss in 2 first-round picks, man. I got that much respect for Brogdon out there. So we'll toss in those. Well, we'll toss in 1 first, see if that's enough. And, hey, 1 was enough, man. 1 was enough. So there we go. That actually worked out beautifully for us. So what was the final trade, man? I'll just kind of start tossing stuff up there after a minute. So the final trade, transaction report, Malcolm Brogdon for Will Barton, Bobo, Monty Morris, any first-round pick. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Bobo going to the Pacers and Monty Morris be the new point guard, and Will Barton wasn't really being utilized that much in my lineup anyway. That's a good trade, man. I know, please don't get mad at me about Bobo. He just wasn't playing for us, guys. We already got Aaron Gordon and Jokic for the next, 5 years. He was not going to develop. By me trading Bobo, I was actually paying respect to his greatness, man. Now he gets a chance somewhere else, right? So, yeah, that was a great trade for us, man. So, I guess at that point, we might as well go and get Paul Millsap back, right? And then we can trade guys like maybe JaMychal Green for maybe something else that we possibly need. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and get him back. We don't really got much money to do anything else, and he is the best power forward available for us here. So, 2-year deal, $11 million, that seems about right. So, we got him. Looks like JaVale McGee also needs to be signed up. Hopefully, we can get him back, too, just because Okay, we can get both back. Okay, that's good. Beyond that, we get another point guard. That Camp guy was not all that great. George Hill, he's fine, I guess. Tomas Satoransky, I actually like Satoransky can play multiple positions. Let's get him, man. Let's get him signed up, 2-year deal. Probably the backup point guard, gives this team some great height also. And we got Caruso available. We got Damon Lee, Kent Bazemore, Kelly Olynyk. You know what? Since we got rid of Bobo, we'll bring back Boban. How does that sound, guys? How does Boban sound for this video? Okay, we got him. Gonna go ahead and simulate 2 at the beginning of the regular season and just kind of take a look at what we have. Okay, so here is the team as right now, guys. We got Malcolm Brogdon, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, and Jokic. That is going to be the starting 5, probably for the duration of the rebuild, I would imagine. We got JaMychal, Tomas Satoransky, Paul Millsap, down to a 76 overall. So honestly speaking, I think Paul Millsap, we did give him his money and stuff, but for now, probably just like keep him as like a veteran if somebody fouls out. You know what I'm saying? Like situational type of player, which I'm completely fine with. Then we got Josh Christopher. We'll get him about 13 minutes per game. We got Zeke Naj, I believe is how you pronounce it. I guess he's 6'9". He's kind of like a stretch big, so could be a little bit of an interesting prospect. 84 3-point shot, 82 mid-range shot. Decent enough post player, I suppose. Decent. Oh, we got really good shot IQ, man. 92 shot IQ, so good consistency. Defense, interior's not too bad. He's a trash blocker, man. Dude cannot block, and he can't really rebound either, but he'll be okay. He'll be okay to have right there as the backup center. I'm not too worried about it. Let's get Aaron Gordon to about 32 a game. Michael Porter playing 34. Brogdon at 33 and 35 for Jamal Murray. I love it, guys. Good-looking team, man. Good around, good-looking team. I'm really hoping Josh Christopher can embrace just a 6-man scoring type of role, off our bench. I'm gonna see what his shot tendency is. It is listed as a 70s, an 85. Okay, so shooters like to shoot, man. So he's definitely going to get some buckets out there. Let's actually get him in a few more minutes before we get going on the simulation here. Just because I feel like his scoring will be kind of valuable for us. So we're going to at 20 minutes per game. That sounds good. Alrighty, beyond that, we have our system, which is 3.5-star pace and space. Everybody loves that for the most part. I am feeling it this year, man. I feel like this season we win the championship. I really feel like we can do it. Let's go ahead, simulate the second season of this rebuild, and see if we can get it done. Okay, so a record of 64-17, which I definitely, honestly, do not think is out of the realm of possibility for this team if they all click on all cylinders. And like I said, bringing a guy like Brogdon or some type of veteran point guard to really help lead this team here too, man, and let Jamal focus on scoring. So we got one more game here against the Portland Trailblazers, simulate their day fishing the W on the season. We got Embiid. Hey, trust the process, man. Of course, Embiid would win the MVP in a Embiid MVP, I just realized that rhyme, man, in a Jokic video. Jalen Suggs as Rookie of the Year on the Cavs. Another point guard I see. Okay. DeMar is 6-man on the Spurs. Isaac is Defensive Player. And Trae Young is Most Improved, with Mike Malone getting that Coach of the Year, which is important, man. So All-NBA second, Jokic did make that. We got All-NBA third, so only one of the Denver Nuggets actually making it, but that's completely fine. Okay. So we are actually, 65 wins, and we still the second seed, guys. So we got the Lakers up in here. Going to make things difficult, as always. Player stats on the season, though. We got Jokic at 24, 12, and 9. So it looks like his scoring's down, honestly, a little bit. Not too angry about that. Sometimes when you bring on other great players, your scoring has to go down because there's other guys shooting and stuff. So percentages were still really well, good efficiency and everything. We got Jamal at 23, 3, and 6. Brogdon at 17, 4, and 9. Then we got Michael Porter and Aaron Gordon both combining for about 15 points a game, about 7 rebounds. These guys are literally identical. Aaron Gordon a little bit of a better passer, but if I know correctly, yeah, Michael Porter is a bit of a better shooter. Although Gordon up to about 38%. That is deadly, man, if he's doing that for this team. Absolutely deadly. Christopher, very nice. Love the 48% field goal percentage for the rookie. Zeke at 8 points, 4 rebounds per game. He got really efficient too, man. There's, trash 2K again, man. Literally the guy's best asset is 3-point shooting, and 2K does not up his 3-point tendency. He just don't shoot threes, I guess. Okay, makes sense. 2K. Satoransky, fine. JaMychal Green, fine. And Paul Millsap kind of just chilling, getting that payday, man. I paid the man $11 million for 2 seasons. But, hey, he's been good for Denver. He's had a good career. So, here we go. We got the Sacramento Kings. Simulate round right here. See how this goes. And got them 4 games to 1. Okay, definitely a good start. 27 for Murray. We got Zeke here at 19 and 3. So, I know he's not shooting threes, but it don't matter to me. He's still doing work on the inside with that post hook and stuff. So, love to see it. All right, simulate round here. OKC. And, okay. We got him in a 7-game series. We beat him, man. That's good to see. Okay. Zeke dropping 13 again, man. Yo, good for that man out there. Oh. You got Mobley and Cade? Dear God. And y'all got Kawhi? That would be the most fun team ever to watch, man. Can you imagine watching this team? That would be sick. Who's their center? Al Horford? Baisley, maybe? I don't know. Okay, here we go. We got the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. Do we finally have enough to get past the Lakers? Simulate round. Hey, and we do, man. We are in the NBA Finals. Unfortunately, we have to deal with the Brooklyn Nets, which is probably going to become... oh, you got CP3 on the Lakers. Hey, I like that for one season, man. I want to see it for one season. CP3 playing on the Lakers with LeBron. 25-13 for Jokic, though. Yeah, we beat him 4-1. That is unbelievable. But we have the Brooklyn Nets here. See how this goes, man. Simulate with Simcast. Game 1. Do we have enough to win that NBA championship? And looking like quite the back and forth game. We beat them 136-122. So, yeah, both these teams not like spectacular on defense. But, you know, if we can outscore them, both these teams are probably like top offenses in the entire NBA. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be a scoring fest out there. Simulate, Simcast, Game 2. See how this one goes. If we can get that 2-0 lead, absolutely beautiful, man. Don't want to give one up at home. And 149-133. So we got Brogdon 28-5, 26-7 for Jokic, 22 for Jamal Murray. Christopher the rookie dropping 20. You love to see it. Okay. And honestly, our defense not doing too bad. It seems like the strategy here is, you know, to contain one of the big three. Like, you know, one of the big three, or two of the big three are always going to get thirds. But if you can hold a guy like Harden to 4-19, 3 for 17 from 3, then you've done a fantastic job defensively that game. So, Simulate Simcast, Game 3 right here, man. Can we get one against the Nets? Go up 3-0. Not looking too promising. And, yeah, 143-127. Was not really expecting to sweep this team by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, the big three all went off that time. So, here we go. Simulate with Simcast. Game 4, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Denver Nugget Nation. And looking good. And yes, so we are going to take a 3-1 lead. Teams have been there before, mainly Kevin Durant. And we know how that could end. All right. Simulate with Simcast. Simulate game. Can we get it done here, man? Looking pretty good, looking pretty crispy. And, hey, just like that, guys, in 2 seasons, the Denver Nuggets are NBA champions, which I have a feeling we could possibly be saying that next season, man. We could say that this team is going to be NBA champions. They have so much talent on their squad. Jokic win that Finals MVP. One of the greatest probably, would you all say he's the greatest second-round pick of all time? I'm trying to think of other second-round picks. I know they're out there, but yeah, Jokic is pretty damn good. I remember I read something like when he was actually being drafted, there's no footage of it because there was a Taco Bell commercial being played, which is actually kind of on brand with Jokic. So I'm cool with it, man. But hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video. If you don't mind dropping that like, subscribe, and if you're new to the channel, let me know which rebuild you guys want to see next. I know I definitely have to do Evan Fournier on the Celtics. I want to do that. I definitely want to do the trading D'Lo and Cat video. So yeah, definitely for right now, man, the season of rebuilds. If you guys are liking the rebuild content, leave that like on here. And yeah, it's just kind of how I am now, man. Like, you know, like right now it's all about rebuilds. I'm sure after a while we'll probably transition to something else and all that good stuff. Having a great time making the content as late, man. Thank you all so much for the support as always. Peace out, guys.